Good morning. Happy Wednesday. How is everybody feeling today? It's not as sunny as it was yesterday, so I can see my monitors. Just gonna adjust this really quick. Perfect.
Stop and Q buy.
So, pretty big consolidation overnight. Yeah, basically consolidation from when the market opened. We had this volume imbalance here, which we seem to have filled. And tapped into that daily. Really big wick out of it. Down here we are holding, we're holding that daily, and there's a bunch of little tiny ass 4 hours. Tiny that we tapped into and held. 4 hours that had never been touched. So I'm not really quite too sure on bias. Looking at BOOKMAP and looking at the delta, it does look like we'd like to go long. We did just hit into this 4 hour here, and I had a really itchy finger that wanted to hit a short. However, I remember what happened yesterday, so I decided maybe not. It's an A setup. We swept the 4 hour. I did see spoofing on BOOKMAP to push us up, and then that spoofing moved, so that was kind of a good sign to go short. But I just kind of wanted to get on stream and start the day fresh, so that we're kind of not down before market opens.
Stop and Q buy.
All right, so if everybody is ready, we are going to take out our journals. Yeah, journal. Okay, and then we're gonna write in our journals. So start with the date. November 5. All right, so we'll take a couple moments here. Remember, the way that we write our journals is that we are writing it within the past tense. So we're writing our plan as if it already happened, and then bonus points if you can be grateful in your writing for everything that's already happened. Then that is the best way to trick our subconscious mind into believing it's real. All right, so we'll write our journals, and then I'll show you mine, and then we can go from there.
Stop and Q sell.
Perfect. Is everybody else done too? Yeah. Short. It looks like a short. All right, ignore. Ignore. Okay, so November 5 pre-market journal. So today I am grateful I had patience and stuck to my trading plan. Today I am grateful I had the courage to conquer every fear I had before showing up for the market. Today I am grateful for my risk management plan and risking percentages on my setups and not focusing on the money. Today I am grateful I showed up consistently to build this skill to create financial freedom in my life. And then I wrote a thank you smile. Thank you, smile. Thank you. All right. All right, great journal. Now we will do our 2-minute prayer. So the first minute will be in silence, and then the second minute I will lead us in a lovely prayer. So if everybody's ready, just close your eyes, and we got this. Perfect. So the first thing I'd like to say in our prayer is thank you to me and thank you to you for having the courage to show up every day consistently and to follow our trading plan. It's very easy to make a trading plan and it's very easy to write out goals. However, the persistence to stick with that and the persistence to move forward, I give my strength and thanks to God. Thank you. I would like to take a moment now for thanking the market for these opportunities. The market gives us so many opportunities as long as we are patient. So let's go into our trading day with patience and courage and fearlessness to conquer this trading session and not only to conquer ourselves. Every day we follow our trading plan is an amazing check mark, and today we will follow our trading plan in order to move forward. All right. Yeah. Good job. Cool. That's actually my favorite part of it. Before I used to do my show and I never did any of this, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do my routine with my stream so that we could all benefit from all these things that I'm learning. Because we don't know, how can we know, but our subconscious mind holds all of these beliefs. And the beliefs that we don't know about and we don't know exist actually rule and control our reality. So what we see right now is literally a manifestation of all our beliefs, whether we know they exist or not. So the more self-aware that we could be, and the more that we can not only understand our limiting beliefs, but understand our subconscious, then the pathway unfolds for us to create our life in the best way possible. We all came here, our souls came here to Earth to go on a journey. And that journey isn't about working 8 hours a day. That journey is not about working for somebody else. It's about finding our passion and finding our gifts. So you have a gift. I have a gift. All of our gifts are different. The purpose of our soul and of our life is to find those. So let's do it. All right. We have tapped into a 4-hour. Basically, the only 4-hour that we have above right now. We've got these couple 4 hours below, which I did mention earlier. They're just super tiny, but they held. They've never been touched before. Of course, they're going to hold. So I'll mark it out. Oh my God, it's so tiny. Actually, I won't mark it out. I'm going to mark out this one. Because the 4-hour is also a daily, and that's what we are bouncing from, is that daily. We have this 4-hour here that we held. We have a 15-minute BPR here. Fair value gap overlap with another fair value gap. So those are strong, especially if we have a V-shape. Those V-shape recoveries are unlikely to, they're more likely to hold up price. So I marked out all my liquidity. I got a 15-minute intermediate low, 5-minute intermediate low, and another 15-minute intermediate low just on this last leg. So if price is super bullish, then likely what we'll see is this. We could come down further, it just depends. I would like to see the 5-minute get taken because that aligns with the VWAP. But even still, if we come down for this 15-minute, we could still align with VWAP. Yesterday, my trade went against VWAP and I trailed my profits. But had I just held it at break even, then the move was huge. We filled all of NWOG. But that's fine. That's for another day. I don't like trading like that on Apex because I'm not quite too sure how that live trailing drawdown works. On Top Step is very easy to see, but on Apex, I'm not really sure where I see what my drawdown looks like. 1409. Yeah. Anyway, if anyone has any suggestions on that, I would be eternally grateful. So on this move down here, we do not have really any fair value gaps. We've got this 15-minute here. Ooh, we do have a 15-minute. Oops. Okay, so we have this 15-minute here. Price already held it once. We'll see what happens at market open. Don't like to have boxes on boxes, but we'll just keep that there for now. So 15-minute there. Let's check on ES. Yes, ES is holding a 15-minute. No other 15 minutes until we kind of get down pretty far. So let's just mark that out. Our next 15-minute closes at market open. So I do imagine with the way that this is looking that we will close it. We don't really have any 5 minutes. Nothing here. Here. Our next 5-minute is all the way down here. But this 5-minute intermediate term low has already been swept. However, it is also an intermediate term low on the 15 minutes. So could still be good for liquidity. I'm not too sure. This doesn't really look like a smart money reversal. Not on the 1, not on the 2, not really on the 3. Close below that. Not on the 5. So I would imagine that if this is not a smart money reversal, then we really will do what I just said, something like this. Generally, when we come into a higher time frame fair value gap, the first time we don't close it. We will go into it, go down, and then we might close it at 10. It'll all be in the same candle though, so I don't know how I feel about But anyway, those are my conditions. So close this 15-minute. We likely will go somewhere down here. If we just start running and we run all these levels, then I would consider to be bearish. We have an Asia low down here. Actually, I haven't been marking them as that Asia low. I've been more focusing on the intermediate term lows versus the session liquidities. But they are important. Session liquidity is important, especially if it aligns with the kill zone. That's what I know. Oh, and another thing I want to do here is grab out my piece of paper, because that was very helpful yesterday. Fear and how to manage. So on YouTube, through this gentleman that I watch, actually, Will Nader. I don't know if you guys ever seen his page, but he's a trader. He trades gold. He mostly uses EMAs and stuff, but he talked about Pat Baloney. Okay, he talked about that guy, and I went and I found his YouTube page, and he had a free course. It's like 15 minutes, but it's the best 15 minutes I can suggest. So fear and how to manage. We have 4 places where fear shows up. 1, when we're waiting, we fear we're going to miss the trade. 2, when we take our entry, we fear we're going to have a loss. 3, when price approaches our TP, we fear it's going to not hit it. And then 4, when price hits our TP, we fear that the move could actually be bigger. So all of these things are great to know, and I find that I experience most of them, 2, 3, and 4. So the first one I got over because I see my setup, it happens all the time. So I'm able to get over that FOMO, but before, my FOMO was huge. I looked through all of my journals, and FOMO was the biggest thing that I had. So glad I got over that. 1 out of 4, 25% way through. So let's just keep this paper here with us for when we enter our positions, so that we can read out the fear that we're feeling, and we can ground ourselves to these notes. Because that fear that we have, it's not real. It feels real, but if we ignore it, it just goes away. So, little magic trick, great magic trick. If you don't believe in magic, then you are watching too many Marvel movies. Because the superheroes actually exist, and the superhero is you, and the superhero is me when we give the world our gifts. Now, please excuse me for one moment. I'm going to go take a quick pee. I'll be right back.
Stop and Q sell. Stop and Q sell. Iceberg and Q sell. Iceberg and Q sell.
If you guys are wondering, Smile, why don't you go to the bathroom before you start your stream? I did. So, I did. All right, so what are we rejecting out of right now? Okay, so we took a 3-minute intermediate term low, and we are holding this 3-minute here. 1 minute till market open.
Iceberg and Q sell.
Really glad I did not take that short. It did not look good enough. So no real spoofing, no big orders today that I am seeing. I've seen a few come in and come off the books. but nothing too major. Like I said before we started our prayer and our journal, is that the delta looks quite green. So I do imagine that we are just waiting on some type of Judas swing to go down, sweep all the liquidity so that we can keep going up. So market open now. Let's watch. So the first thing that happened right before market open was we had some huge sell orders. I'm going to turn that down. I did get some feedback that it's too loud. So thank you for your feedback.
Stop
It
and Q buy.
means the world
Sweep
to me.
and Q sellers. Stop and Q sell.
So I am seeing orders around here. 500, at 500. It's not a lot. It's about 34 orders, so that could be a good magnet for price. Oh, why can't I get this to look good? Maybe if I try this.
Stop and Q buy.
Perfect. So we did close below that 15. But we also took out this liquidity, the first low.
Sweep and Q sellers.
So not really valid in terms of an IFVG.
Stop and Q sell.
Delta.
Stop and Q sell.
Minus 402, minus 198, minus 492, plus 290. Doesn't look big enough to hold. VWAP is pretty far. So let's just see. Two minutes and we kind of just chop. We created no fair value gaps.
Stop and Q buy. Sweep and Q buyers. Absorption and Q sellers. Sweep and Q buyers. Sweep and Q buyers.
So I learned yesterday from watching Bruce Pringle's BOOKMAP stream is that when it says sweep buyers, sweep sellers, that it's like a liquidity sweep and all those buy stops are being run. So people who were going short, they had to cover with a buy order, and then that's when the buys come in. ES really chopped. It's just a barcode. Okay, so 512 level here on BOOKMAP. It's not an algo order. It's about 50 orders sitting there. Price likely will want to take that. Let's see.
Stop and Q buy. Stop ES buy. Sweep and Q buyers. Stop and Q buy.
So ES is in a 5 minute. Let's see what that looks like on NQ. No, still just that 3 minute. 3 minute. The 3 minute doesn't look bad. We never closed.
Stop ES buy.
Oh yeah, we did. We did close below.
Stop ES sell.
Okay, so now we're coming for that 12 level and all those orders there.
Stop NQ sell.
12 and then 500 right here. This is our 15-minute intermediate term low.
Absorption NQ buyers. Stop ES sell. Stop NQ sell.
So this could still be our Judas swing. We have about until 10 o'clock to determine, because that 10 a.m. reversal. Delta's not really looking spectacular on either. NQ took liquidity, but ES did not. So I guess this would be considered our first presented fair value gap, but it's pretty tiny. Oh, whoa. Sell, sell, sell. All right, we're gonna
order filled.
Take a short here.
Sweep NQ sellers.
Yeah, lots of selling on BOOKMAP. Let's see.
Sweep NQ buyers.
It's gonna be a really tiny stop. Basically, if it doesn't go, I'll cancel it. Just one micro.
Sellers. Absorption NQ buyers.
Okay, give it a minute here. If it closes above this fair value gap on this 1 minute, I'll just exit.
Sweep NQ buyers.
Oh,
Stop
sweeping
NQ
buyers.
buy. Sweep NQ sellers. Stop ES buy.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's gonna hit my stop.
Stop filled.
Okay, it hit my stop.
Iceberg ES buy.
Just give it a minute. So I don't know how smart that trade was. We hit this liquidity and I kind of went short, so not the best. But look, there was like dong, dong, dong. We saw so many sellers coming in. So I was willing to give that a go. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Look. Oh, I forget this a lot there. There's our long opportunity. Damn. Oh, that wasn't good.
Stop NQ buy.
Yeah, look. That's a long opportunity. Alright, that's okay. We will just stay patient.
Sweep NQ sellers.
Likely going for this here. I see that on BOOKMAP.
Sweep and Q buyers. Sweep and Q buyers.
Oh, we hit VWAP? Darn, I'm not doing too good today. No, we did not hit VWAP. Okay, I didn't think so. Lots of little highs here.
Iceberg and Q buy.
So now we failed to make a newer high. Let's see what happens as we... Oh, there's no fair value gaps.
Sweep and Q sellers. Sweep and Q sellers. Stop and Q sell.
Damn. No, I'm not gonna go short again. Not right now. Damn VWAP. That thing just really drives me crazy. We didn't sweep any liquidity.
Stop and Q sell.
We're still kind of just rejecting out of that 4 hour. If we had a 2 minute, if we had anything, it could look nice, but we can delete this now. Because at VWAP, we're gonna have to hold our stop pretty high. Close below these, but we didn't have any kind of sweep. We're holding a 5. We're holding a 5 and a 15 minute right now. We took that 15 minute intermediate term low. So let's just wait. Delta's not showing us anything in either direction. It's pretty just neutral. Looks a little better on ES. Looks more green. Also, too, I didn't point it out, but on the 1 hour, we did inverse this. We inversed this, like, the second leg was kind of choppy, but that first one, we really inversed with some nice power. And then we held it to the tick. So the body, the wick came down, but the body held it.
Stop NQ sell.
So I was a little more bullish off this hold here. However, this inversion, it's really choppy. It's not a nice one. This one here, same thing, pretty choppy. Sometimes if we chop around like this, we just have to wait for a really nice sweep.
Absorption NQ buyers.
No squares printed. I heard the noise of a square. Oh, okay. A buy square. So yeah, every buy square is being hit by a sell square. ES looks a little more bullish. I would say we go for 600, which is right best by here.
Sweep NQ sellers. Absorption NQ buyers. Absorption NQ buyers. Sweep NQ sellers.
Okay, we have some support to push us up. $310 orders on the book, just below price right here. So it's really pushing price up.
Absorption NQ buyers. Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ sellers. Stop NQ buy.
There you go. Now it wants to hit that 600 level. We could just burst out of there.
Stop ES buy.
6815 on ES, which aligns with another liquidity level I have.
Stop NQ buy. Stop ES buy. Iceberg ES sell. Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers. Absorption NQ buyers. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg NQ sell. Iceberg NQ sell. Absorption NQ buyers. Sweep NQ sellers. Sweep NQ sellers. Sweep NQ sellers.
So we took it. And I'm seeing big buy bubbles.
Sweep NQ buyers. Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers. Stop ES buy. Sweep NQ buyers. Stop NQ buy.
I gotta remember more about my fib. I forget about that. But yeah, we literally tapped into the equilibrium of the range, or the 50%, and that's when I went short, so not very
Sweep
smart.
NQ sellers.
Six, 8, 1, 5. So I don't know if we're gonna get the reversal yet. ES didn't take the liquidity on BOOKMAP.
Sweep NQ buyers. Sweep NQ buyers. Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers. Stop NQ buy.
We could be going for this 1 hour intermediate term high.
Iceberg NQ buy. Stop NQ sell.
Okay, big green squares now. Ooh, on NQ2. Big green squares.
Sweep NQ buyers.
Looks like that 4 hour might close above.
Sweep NQ sellers.
Okay, ES is getting super close. Those orders are right
Absorption
there.
NQ sellers. Sweep NQ buyers. Absorption NQ sellers.
So we might want a little pullback before we go and take it. That pullback could offer us an entry.
Stop ES buy.
Oh, it wasn't equal low. Damn. I went short at the dumbest spot. Yeah, equal low. So,
Sweep NQ buyers.
that's okay. 6 months ago, that loss or that miss would have messed me right up. But now we just wait.
Stop NQ buy. Stop NQ buy.
So unless we dump in the next 5 minutes, this is going to close above that 4 hour. Okay, ES is taking that liquidity now. There's some little more liquidity above. And then NQ has 700.
Stop ES buy.
Printed a green square.
Iceberg ES buy. Absorption NQ buyers.
I would not consider a short here at all. Not yet, at least.
Stop and Q buy.
So here we have this 1 hour here. But I feel like it'd be more, we'd be looking more for some type of confirmation setup. When we look at the confirmation setups, what we want to see is something like a retrace back to the equilibrium.
Stop ES buy. Sweep and Q buyers.
So now ES is taking the liquidity, NQ is taking the liquidity on BOOKMAP. So that's 688, the 1 hour intermediate term high. So now if we want to catch a reversal, we gotta wait for the delta to show us we're gonna go the other way. However, this is not a significant sweep. It's kind of just like, we tapped into it. But a really good sweep looks something
Sweep and Q buyers.
like this. And then the body closes somewhere here. It's not a good sweep at all.
Absorption and Q sellers. Sweep and Q buyers.
Whoa. Do we have news?
Stop and Q buy. Stop ES sell.
Oh, wow. News is back. 10 a.m. news. Looks green. actually hadn't been checking for news because we hadn't had any news.
Absorption NQ buyers. Sweep NQ sellers.
This could give us an opportunity. So yeah, I totally missed that setup. I went short and then it created my setup, my original IFVG setup. Right after. I see Ryan took it. I see my friends took it. But me, I missed it. That's okay. We will just manage. Oh, spoofing. We will just manage and move forward. If we stress about missing the setup, then we're living in a scarcity mindset where we're not going to get another trade, and I'm not really too interested in that. So some pretty big selling squares. Let's check our other time frames. We have a lot to inverse. Oh my god. It's got a little buzz cut. Okay, so now what we can do is another equilibrium. So the last leg. Look for retracement. The last leg, or you could do this leg. But if we death candle down through that 50%, then it's very unlikely that we will be returning to the top.
Stop ES sell. Stop NQ sell.
Okay, now the delta is looking good for a short. Gonna want to do the retracement on ES2. So 10 o'clock, we closed above that 4 hour. We might want to come and retest it to go up. That does happen a lot. Otherwise, I don't know. No real spoofing I'm seeing today. We're just kind of waiting, so let's wait.
Sweep NQ buyers.
I don't know if that 10 o'clock would be considered a data wick. We can watch it, but it's kind of tiny.
Stop ES5.
Wait till it hits 700.
Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers. Stop ES5.
Now we have more liquidity to the top. 737, 750. Green square.
Stop ES sell.
We could drop here, but the delta's not really showing us much. It's still pretty green. Okay, it looks better on ES, but we just had a 700 candle. And then we had some pretty big sellers. Still holding this 1 minute. Yeah, we still held that. And the 30 seconds, so. Just cycling through time frames. Watching a guy outside walk in the rain. Still holding all of that. ES is holding that 1 minute pretty hard. So I imagine we are going to go back up. Okay, now we closed it, but that is a choppy close. And we don't have any other time frames.
Sweep and Q buyers. Sweep and Q sellers. Stop and Q sell.
Everything looks very neutral. And as it looks neutral, we are chopping. So if we don't get a trade today, that's cool. We took a short here. We took a short where we literally should have taken a long. But that's fine. I'm not going to be upset about it. I'll just know again to check my fibs. I forgot yesterday too, and you know, you have all these things inside your head, and you got a BOOKMAP, and you got your fair value gaps, and you got your delta, and then sometimes just you forget about one. It looks like it's just gonna go blong. We're about to form a 15-minute right here, though. Oh my god. Look at that. Let's see, about 50 seconds. Oh man, yeah, it looks like it's just gonna go. So we'll get our fib out, we'll get it ready. We'll see about a retracement to 50% of the range. Although now the delta is kind of coming in short. No, it's not. No, it is not.
Stop and Q sell.
Now's not the time to take the short because we swept this liquidity, so we really could just go back up to the high.
Iceberg ES sell.
And look how much we chopped through this 30 second. It's just chop, chop, chop. So I don't believe that it's a valid short. Because when we chop through a fair value gap, we generally tend to go the other way after inversing it. Minus 280, minus 264. All I'm seeing is minus squares, but...
Sweep NQ buyers.
we have orders on BOOKMAP here. Okay, now we created that 15-minute. Tapping into the 5. So I'm not going to short here with those 15 and 5 minutes right below us. Delta's looking greener than redder.
Iceberg ES sell.
Printing red squares on NQ and green squares on ES.
Sweep ES buyers. Absorption ES sellers. Stop ES buy.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Huge buyers. 14 and 1500, 2 squares. But it's on ES, not on NQ. All right. Let's buy.
Order filled.
Did I hit the sell button? No, I'm pretty sure I hit the buy button. Okay, yeah, no, I did hit the buy button. Oh, I only bought one. Damn it.
Stop NQ sell.
Okay, so those squares were huge. But I'm seeing one beside it that says minus 1540. Oh, all right, let's see what happens here at this next liquidity level. I'm watching this. Oh, that's not doing good. Okay, I'm gonna exit. No, I'm gonna exit.
Order filled.
Stop NQ sell.
Okay. I just didn't want it to all go against me. So I haven't really been sticking to my entry model. Actually,
Sweep and Q sellers.
before I was very
Stop
good with my
and
entry
Q
model.
sellers. Sweep and Q sellers.
Okay, I'm seeing orders down here.
Sweep and Q buyers. Sweep ES sellers. Absorption ES sellers. Sweep
Look,
ES
we are
buyers.
gonna go up.
Sweep
Look
and
at the
Q sellers.
delta. There are so many buyers. All right, let's just find our position when we can.
Absorption ES sellers.
Okay, I do believe this is a retracement. Okay, let's take that 600 level. Yeah, the buying on ES is just crazy right now. Oh, not good, not good. All right, I am gonna buy one more time.
Filled.
Stop and Q buy.
I'm gonna put my stop at the low. Add one more micro.
Stop and Q buy. Sweep and Q buyers.
Oh, look, we had spoofing orders at the top. You couldn't see it on BOOKMAP. They couldn't see it on my view. So once we get past this candle here, I will go break even. Okay, just let it get a little closer up.
Stop and Q buy.
630 on ES. And then like 750 on NQ. No, I'm not break even yet. I'm waiting. So I really do not like to get wicked out. And we have some support here that can hold us, which is these two fair value gaps. Let's see what this looks like.
Sweep and Q buyers.
This is basically my position. Okay, if it doesn't go now, I will just go to break even. Just let it retest the fair value gaps. Because those are big buying candles. These are big buying candles. And the delta, it's like 5,000. 5,000. So I am pretty confident in this position. Not break even yet. Not yet. Okay, now.
Sweep NQ buyers. Sweep NQ buyers.
So if we look on BOOKMAP 750 and then ES 630. So I'm going to see what happens at ES high a day.
Sweep NQ buyers. Sweep NQ sellers.
So ES is coming up to that high a day. And I'm not actually, okay, so the fear of waiting due to FOMO, I didn't have that. Great. Now, the price goes to your entry and you have the fear of loss. I actually didn't feel that this time. I saw all those orders, and even though I had taken a loss, I was cool.
Sweep NQ buyers. Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers.
Fear comes into your mind when price comes to your take profit. Okay, so this is really where it could reject right now. The safe TP is at high of day. However, with what I'm seeing on BOOKMAP and that 5,000 delta, I am just going to hold it up a little further. Oh, all those orders. Okay, yeah. Oh, look. We have liquidity printing up until 775. So right now we are back to break even on the day. Delta is just green square after green square. That's not good. It's okay. It might just be a little retracement. We do have this fair value gap here. Okay, not a retracement. NQ took that high a day. Oh, and now it's coming for our break even.
Stop NQ buy.
Well, that's a good sign. Oh, no. Let's see. So what I could have done instead of taking that loss was, look, I could have waited for my entry model. Oh, this is all fucking with my trailing drawdown. Damn it, I forgot about that. Because now my unrealized profits are going to mess me up. Uh-oh. I should take my profits here. Damn it, Apex. Oh,
Stop NQ sell.
that's not good. It just inversed a whole 1 minute. The delta's not really red though.
Stop NQ buy.
I know Apex has a master class on how to trade Apex. I should watch that. Okay, now we have an inversion here. That's still holding. We have an inversion here that's still okay. So we're not gonna watch just the candles. I'm gonna watch everything. So I'm gonna see what's working for us and what's not. So now delta looks pretty neutral. We had all those huge deltas and we pushed up, but right before our liquidity, now we're pushing down. So the first thing we did was we inversed that 1 minute at the top after like just barely taking that liquidity. Oh, damn it.
Sweep NQ sellers.
After just barely taking that liquidity, now I'm looking at my delta again. Or I'm also looking at my Bookmap. I'm seeing a nice buy bubble. And I am seeing some support in here. Not really seeing much that'll make us want to go down. However, we have this 1 minute inversion here. So let's just see. Oh, and we have 6,800. We have support coming in. All right. So if there was ever a time to add, now would be it. We could add again, but I will not. That support really tells us we're going to go up. So 6,800, we have support sitting there on ES. So let's just let it break this level here. Let's let it break this level here, and then I can start trailing my stop and profit. However, if we do not want to break this again, then I will just close my position. NQ didn't take it, ES did not take it. Delta looks fine. But I really do believe that if we were just going to come up and go and burst this, we would have just came up and burst it. But now we actually could have a reversal pattern. We never closed it. We never closed over that 1 minute inversion. Pretty sure those are sell noises, but I am seeing still green delta. So I am still seeing the buyers coming in. I am still seeing buyers coming in. So I'm going to write in my journal just really quick right now. Our stops at break even. So what we're going to do for tomorrow, where am I going to write this? I'm going to put it right here, actually. So focus on the entry model. Because I kind of just took willy-nillies. Chopping. We're basically sitting at break even for the day. Still not seeing many sellers. I'm not seeing many sellers. So I'm going to write myself a little note. No. What did that one say? Perfect. Focus on entry model. So that's what we're looking at. Still green delta. $6,830 is what we're waiting on. Okay, that looks like it just wants to fall now. I'm not seeing any selling. Oh, but that 630 level is getting stronger, so we might want to retrace. Lots of orders sitting there. Okay, so I don't think we have the power right now to go through that 630 level. Our delta was great. Now it's kind of fizzling out. And it could just come and take our stop. It could just come and hit our break even. And then I don't know what that means for our Apex account. I've only traded top steps. So that's kind of the only feeling I'm having right now is what does all this back and forth mean for my Apex account? Okay, green square, printed. Now we're looking at that 630 level. ES hasn't come there yet. We really need a big push through that high a day. It can't just come up and touch it. It's got to be a really nice big push, because then that tells us a lot. So still seeing more buyers than sellers. And I feel like if we're gonna come up, like it's just gonna go to that 750. Because it's like line after line after line after line. There you go.
Sweep and Q buyers. Stop and Q buy. Stop ES buy. Sweep and Q buyers. Stop and Q buy.
Uh-oh. Okay, so I had profits. I had the profits. Just give it one more minute here. It could just reverse.
Iceberg and Q sell.
Oh, but the buying's really nice. Dang it. This now it could reverse. Not seeing any sellers yet. NES took that with pretty low volume. But that looks like a soup in hindsight. Just that big wick there. Not seeing any sellers though.
Iceberg and Q sell.
Iceberg NQ sell. Print it. How big? Damn it. We're chopping up. We're forming a trend line.
Stop and Q buy.
I think I figured out what the live trailing drawdown means. It means that if my profit hits like a certain amount, then the drawdown pulls up to there. So I still have my stop at break even. I don't know how smart this is now. I'm not seeing any sellers. I wanted to target that 750 on BOOKMAP. All right, guys, you know what? I'm going to give this one last candle, 10 seconds. We'll see if it still wants to go bearish or bullish, and then I will take my profits. Give it a second. Let it hit the trend line. Because now we're coming up to the macro too. Okay, holding that trend line still. What's the 5-minute look like? Really choppy. Lots of wicks. All right.
Order filled.
All right, I took my profit. So now we're at the same spot we were yesterday. Literally back to break even. That's tough. No, don't do it. Ugh. Do you guys see this? It's usually what happens is I always close out and then price keeps going. Slow chop up. That was a tough one. I got worried for my Apex account. I didn't know what it meant. We are up 16 cents on the day. Great. That's not bad. We're not going to focus on P&L. How did we do? We took a short when we should have waited. We took a short as we hit our long level. Not smart, Samaya. And then we took a long, but we didn't really wait for our entry model. Now it's just gonna go. All right, so we kind of handicapped ourselves this week. We had some decent wins, kind of silly losses, but losses are part of the plan. There we go. Now it's gonna hit it.
Stop and Q buy.
Let's take a moment to thank ourselves. And to come back tomorrow. Now, something in our limiting beliefs is holding us back from really finding success. Because as I saw it hit good profits, and then as I saw the profits kind of go away, then my scarcity mindset came in. So even though I had taken 2 losses, I wasn't really concerned about the loss, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So we didn't have the fear in waiting due to FOMO, even though we missed an entry. We didn't have that. Great job. We've come a little further. Price gives you an entry, and then you have the fear of loss. No, I actually took two losses, but when I saw my opportunity to get in again, I did. Now, the only thing I'm gonna say for myself, because these last 2 days I've not been too big on focusing on my entry model, is to focus on the entry model. So everything aligns. Higher time frame, align. Lower time frame, align. Drawn liquidity sweep. All of those things come together, and then the IFVG happens, and then we enter. Because we did get one here. Look, we got one. We literally could have had the same entry and everything had we just kind of waited on that. So good thing for tomorrow. It didn't exactly hit our TP, but I did move my TP down to the high of day instead of that 750. So once I saw price really stalling. When we have those liquidities on BOOKMAP and price comes up, like what we should see is just like a pop. And if we don't see that pop and we kind of see that chopping around, then it means that it is in a sense high resistance and the market's not a big magnet towards that. So good lessons. Our Apex account is literally where it was yesterday, but that does not mean that we don't have progress. Oh, look. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that's a 30-second. That's the new candle open, but we did just give it a second. I might want to go long again. Just gonna see what this one does, because now this is turning into an engulfing candle. Sucks I have to leave for the macro, but I do start work right now. Well, very soon. 7 minutes. All right. Buying still looks good. Not seeing much in terms of selling. Maybe on ES. $6,800 still there, even heavier. $6,800 is VWAP. All right, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to everyone for joining me. I had an amazing amount of fun in this last 2 hours. While some of it was boring and we just kind of sat there, I think that's better. That's great. That's what trading's all about. So be back tomorrow. Look forward to tomorrow. And you guys have a wonderful day.